What's up, everybody? It's Austin Keitner, your Ontario real estate expert, and today we're going to talk about the 9 wards in Ontario that currently allow unequivocally for six-plex development on any sized detached lot. Let's get into some of the details. So there are currently 9 wards that unequivocally allow for six-plex redevelopment. These wards include Ward 4, which is Parkdale High Park, Ward 9, which is Davenport, Ward 12, which is St. Paul's, Ward 11, which is University Rosedale, Ward 10, which is Spadina Fort York, Ward 13, which is Toronto Centre, Ward 14, which is Toronto Danforth, and Ward 19, which is the Beaches / East York. Way up in Scarborough North, Ward 23, all of these wards allow for, by right, the zoning allows to redevelop six-plexes, which is amazing for homeowners who have properties who may not want to go to market, may not want to renovate, may not want to stage, may not want to do the whole thing, but want to sell their property. There are builders right now. Builders are not really, at this time, looking to buy lots, redevelop, and try to sell a single-family home. There's no money. After their development charges, after the time of carrying, after the cost of the lot, the cost of building, there's no money in it. However, a six-plex makes a lot of sense because it is income driven, and the cost to build and the cost to buy the property, there's still alignment. So it's a rare, unique opportunity in the marketplace. Builders still want to build. They have definitely slowed down in this economy, but they want to build. A lot of them want to build, but the project has to make sense. So let's take a look at some of the numbers and what actually does make sense. So first of all, let's talk about lot size. The recommended minimum is 33 feet of frontage and about 110 feet of depth. That will get you your ideal room sizes. That'll get you adequate space for each unit, adequate size along the side of the building to get parking, etc. Now you can build smaller and you can certainly build bigger, but a minimum suggested lot size is 33 by 110. So on this minimum lot size, you're actually going to get 6 units that are mostly 2 bedrooms. One of the units is designed at 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, but the rest are 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom for a total square feet of about 4,800. And Altus Group suggests that a build of that size would cost about $315 per square foot, for a total project cost of about $1.525 million plus the cost of the lot, which varies, and we can talk about that now too. So as you can see, the best priced and the most abundant amount of correct lot sizes, remember these are 33 by 110 minimums, and they are in the wards that allow unequivocally for six-plex redevelopment. The best ones seem to be East York, Scarborough, Birchcliff, Beaches. These are the areas where you're going to find well under $1 million and just over $1 million. On average, you're looking at about $970,000 for this area. Now let's look at what you can get for rental rates. Okay, now let's talk about the economics of the rental. So on average, new units, newly built units that are 2 bedrooms are $2,700 a month in income. So times 6 units, times 12 months, you are looking at almost $200,000 in gross income. If 25% of that goes towards your carrying costs, your expenses, your maintenance, your utilities, your taxes, you are left with $145,000 net income from this per year. And at a 5% cap rate, you're looking at about a $3 million valuation. So these building lots are more attractive to builders because if the end value is $3 million, if they're buying for $1 million or less, and it's costing them 1.5 to build, the economics actually make some sense. And if it's a holding strategy, then the value just goes up and up because rental rates are a much more secure investment than your typical single family freehold. So if you have a lot that you'd like to introduce to a builder or investor looking for that, or if you're a builder or investor looking for that kind of opportunity, then you need to reach out directly or email us and we will talk about your specific wants, needs, locations, and set you up with the right place and get it for the right price.